We're here with Michael Parr.
Michael Parr from Wente Vineyards. I'm the Vice President of International Sales, and we're here featuring Wente Vineyards wines from Livermore Valley, California. Wente is really well known around the world. We're exported to 75 countries, but we've been selling wines and making wines since 1883, and that makes us the oldest family-owned winery in the United States. So Parr Wente is our fifth-generation winemaker. No other winery in the United States can say that. So it's a tribute to any company, any type of business in the world. If you're able to maintain that for 5 generations, it means you're making a quality product that people will consistently buy over and over. And so that's been the case with Wente Vineyards since 1883, and we're in the Livermore Valley.
Livermore Valley, this is California, right?
This, indeed. Livermore Valley is an appellation that is just about an hour's drive east of the city of San Francisco. Napa Valley, Sonoma are about an hour and a half north of the city. We're an hour east. And then we also have vineyards in Monterey, which is about an hour and a half south. So anywhere around that San Francisco Bay, north, east, or south, you're getting premium wine growing country.
Can we see a few of your bottles?
Absolutely. I'll show by featuring our Wente Vineyards Morning Fog Chardonnay. And this is very important for Wente Vineyards because we were the very first producer of Chardonnay 104 years ago.
Very first producer, Chardonnay.
The family brought the vines. Yeah, the family brought the vines from Montrachet in Burgundy and brought the vines and planted them in Livermore Valley and propagated them and made them better and better and better. Some other wineries started to take notice, and they started purchasing the vines themselves from the Wente family. They started a nursery, sold the vines to so many wineries that today, in 2016, 80% of all California Chardonnays are produced from the Wente clone. So this was really, it's a very popular wine for us. But we have many different appellations. We have 3,000 acres of vineyards. That makes us a pretty good size winery, but because of the microclimates, we can grow fantastic Chardonnay because our vineyards are near the San Francisco Bay where it's nice and cool, hence the name Morning Fog Chardonnay. But a little bit further inland, because it's an east, Livermore Valley is an east to west oriented valley, it gets a little bit warmer as we go inland, and that's where we have great success with some of our wines, such as our Southern Hills Cabernet Sauvignon. Southern Hills being the vineyards, our own estate-grown vineyards in the Livermore Valley, and this does great. So now Monterey, we also grow vineyards, and it's a cooler region in Monterey. It's right on the coast, and hence it's very good for making Burgundian-style wines. And so we have a lovely Pinot Noir, and we also have a really nice, from the same single vineyard, a Riva Ranch Chardonnay too. So same grape varietal as the Morning Fog, but because of the influence of the terroir of Monterey, the soil types, and how we make the wine, it's a little more barrel influence, malolactic or secondary fermentation, it's more creamy. So every wine has different styles, and the Zinfandel. And here we have the quintessential California grape varietal called Zinfandel. And this is from our vineyards also in Livermore Valley. This is a vineyard called Parr Ranch. So everything we have is estate grown, and it says it on every single one of our labels. And it means that we own the vineyards, we farm them ourselves, and we make the wines in our own winery.
So you're part of the family, Michael?
I should be. I've been working for them for 16 years, but they keep telling me they're going to name a vineyard in my own name. But no, my last name is Parr. It's not Wente, but they feel like family. It's a very hands-on family, very friendly.
The Wente family came
from Germany. The name Wente was actually pronounced some time ago as Wente. But the name now has been turned into Wente, and the way to remember that is always remember to drink plenty of Wente.
What makes your wines distinct, aside from being the oldest vineyard? Is there a special process that you go through, or is it the old-style process, the old-fashioned process?
Well, we're a very traditional winery. As you can see, 90% of our wines are made with port finish, so more traditional. We use traditional oak barrels. Oak barrel is an important part of our winemaking program. So we do have 2 wines that are screw cap. We have a Riesling, a beautiful Riverbank Riesling from Monterey, and we also have a Sauvignon Blanc. But everything else we do is
tried a great screw cap wine from Germany. So you're more in the traditional.
Yes, it's more of a traditional look with cork finish labels. Barrels are very traditional way of making wine.
Yeah, well, the first Chardonnay ever, the oldest vineyard
Estate grown. Everything is estate grown, fruit, family
in the
owned.
U.S.
Yes, indeed.
You
From our
can't
winery.
really go wrong. Just close your eyes. After you read the label, you can pick and choose whatever. It'll all be great.
You can do that.
Yes. Well, here's our lineup. And do you have a Facebook page?
Well, we have a website,
Yeah,
wentevineyards.com. We also have Facebook, Twitter, everything, but you can pick all that up on wentevineyards.com.
Yes. Thank you, Michael. Really appreciate your time.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And please come and visit us, because not only are we a historic winery, we have an outstanding restaurant called the Wente Restaurant.
Yeah.
Wine Spectator recipient of Best of Award of Excellence for 22 years. We're the only winery in the United States to have our own championship golf course. It's designed by Greg Norman, so we're World Championship Golf. And a summer concert series, where we're known as America's lifestyle winery, where it's all about the wine, of course, but the way to bring people to Livermore Valley is to create a lifestyle theme, and that's what the Wente family has been very good about doing, and creating more brand awareness.
Okay, yeah, all right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We're in the California Wine event. Discover California Wines. And here's the booth. You know where to find it. It's distributed by Philippine Wine Merchants.
Philippine Wine Merchants, correct.
So, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thanks, Cindy.